So yeah. So far it's pretty good though. I know this is all the tutorial and whatnot, but yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Alright.
We do it my way. I'll take care of it.
A bright future awaits us.
You can trust me.
Rely on me.
It's time to act. I'm always ready. I am never wrong.
I'll bathe in your blood.
Alright. Let's get this one for sure now.
No match for me. The inheritor, guide my blade.
My god, 33 damage. That's a rough one, buddy.
I'll cut you wide open.
So did she get flanking here? Yeah, she got flanking here.
They'll beg me to stop. The light take you.
The spirits demand your blood.
Stab, stab, stab. Oh, wenduag, come on. You have one job. He's still afraid. That's good.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
What? Bro, that sucks. Alright.
You are today's sacrifice.
No match for me.
So this is how it feels.
Don't hold back.
They'll beg me to stop.
Alright, we can still do this. That's gonna be a lot harder now that he succeeded his thing, but we'll try. No, I think I'll just have to reload again. Sadly. Man, this fight, that tutorial is kind of hard on core, but I feel like once we get the hang of how our party is supposed to act, because I haven't played with Paladin that much or anything, so I feel like once we get the hang of it, it's gonna be pretty good.
Rely on me.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Obey your commands.
I'm always ready.
They will break against our resolve.
So there's one here. There's those two here. Okay, so there's one over each other over there. If I can get in range of the ranger right away, that's great.
I'll get you wide open.
They'll beg me to stop. No glory without risk.
A mere flesh wound.
So is he second now? Yes, he is. Hell yeah.
The spirits demand your blood.
Okay, he's gonna attack. He's gonna miss everything probably. Oof, so close. Alright, you're gonna target him. And onward we go.
Don't hold back.
You are today's sacrifice.
Did she have flanking? Yes, she did.
No match for me. The inheritor, guide my blade.
Strike.
Go for their hearts.
Alright.
I'll rip you apart.
Ooh, critical hit.
Into the fray.
You should have run.
Missed.
I'll cut you wide open.
Great.
The spirits demand your blood. You are today's sacrifice.
Alright. Finally, we did the fight. So, for some reason, I don't really believe her. Okay. That is odd. Okay, can I go, please? Okay, thank you.
No, what is that?
Ooh.
I am helpful. Am I not?
I'm gone.
Alright. Can she use the armor we just got? Crypt Raiders armor. Okay. So this is more flat-footed but less touch. This is more touch and less flat-footed. Oh, she has a rapier that's cold iron. Great. Okay, so there is one of the torch in there. That's a lever. That's good to know. Ugh. Excuse me. Big tired over here. But this game is pretty good. Okay, so we're not too bad. We're still light.
What's on your mind? I wonder. Well?
Okay, she's gonna walk through the trap regardless. So, oh. Okay. So there are a lot of fight around.
Together we stand.
I'll watch your back.
Good.
Save the last one for me.
It doesn't remove the fear effect.
No match for me. They'll beg me to stop.
No. Hell yeah, he's failed.
No glory without risk. I'll rip you apart.
So he's gonna be afraid for a little while. She really doesn't wanna. Oops, can I?
This will hurt.
The inheritor tried my blade.
Two.
No match for me.
Yo, wenduag is laying fire on them. Alright, now that all the clerics are gone, she can move forward. And we can give hit points to everybody.
Did I mess up again?
Alright. Alright, so we got the key, we got the tasks, we got scrolls. Can we use any of them on the... Nah. Alright. Leather armor. Body of the maze builders lie where they were cut by the earth elemental and rage. What? Okay, so there's an earth elemental around here. Alright, I think we're just gonna rest. Oh, we can't. Can we hear? Yeah, we can. Alright, we're gonna rest for a minute. I swear, every time... Oh, I should have... Actually, I should have changed a few things. Get more uses of grease and whatnot. Next turn, next time I need to change the spellbook a little bit.
My skills are absolute. I do what I must.
The game contains optional but especially dangerous opponent or group of enemy that only the most experienced adventurer can handle. One such opponent awaits you on the other side of this door. Carefully with all the risk before entering. Alright.
A bright future awaits us.
Open your heart to me.
I am yours.
It's time to act.
The heartbeat quickens.
I'll rip you apart.
Go for their heart.
The light take you. No match for me.
Point blank shot, focused longbow, 23? Oh, okay, because he's prone, he's got +4 against ranged attack, of course. Of course. It's the little things, you know. Oh, she had... Okay, she didn't get poisoned, thank god.
I'll cut you wide open.
They'll beg me to stop. This will leave a bruise. Matricium Turinos.
Okay, so she's down, sadly.
No match for me.
Could this happen?
You are today's sacrifice.
Okay, we almost had it. We almost had it. So we're just gonna retry it for now, but we were really close to it.
I am never ready.
Alright, 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 alright. Alright, alright.
Future awaits us.
Open your heart to me.
We will win this war.
You deserve my obedience.
I will help where I can.
I'm always ready.
So time.
This will be quick.
So time.
I'll cut you wide open.
The light. Take you. They'll beg me to stop.
The spirits demand your blood.
No glory without risk.
I think we got this. He's gonna die soon. Get wrecked.
You are today's sacrifice.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Go for their hearts.
Into the fray. They'll beg me to stop.
Great.
I'll cut you wide
I think we may have this.
The light. Take you.
So he's gonna attack someone and miss.
I'll rip you apart.
Don't hold back.
The inheritor, guide my blade. No match for me.
It's time to act.
Perfect. It went not too bad.
What's on your mind? I wonder. I am hopeful. Am I not?
Bastard sword, grinding stone. Fun. A large aggressive creature is now on the loose. Alright, well that was a pretty good fight if I do say so myself. We did fairly well.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
The spirits demand your blood.
I'll rip you apart. This will leave a bruise. Into the fray. I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Hmm.
You are today's sacrifice.
No match for me.
Pain is excruciating.
I'm just gonna reload the time. Oh, I just moved like 2 movements. Ugh. I was too quick on it. Alright.
No reason to pause.
Ugh. Alright, we're just gonna rest, I feel. We now have 2 uses of grease, so that's gonna be fine.
Smoke, swill instead of food, these horrible tents instead of a normal bedroom. But then again, there are so many opportunities for fun.
I'm gone.
A bright
This will be quick.
I'll get you wide open.
The light. Take you. No match for me.
The spirits demand your blood.
Into the fray.
Spell resistance.
Done with you.
What the hell? Okay. I don't know. They're level 4. Jesus.
I'll rip you apart.
Critical hit, let's go.
You are today's sacrifice.
Did I mess up again?
Don't hold back.
They'll beg me to stop. The inheritors, guide my blade.
Go for their heart.
This'll leave a bruise.
My god, 16 damage, that's insane.
Take you!
You should have run!
I'll rip you apart!
I'll cut you wide open.
Into the fray!
This will hurt!
The spirits demand your blood.
We'll just look at him while he gets rammed.
Just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Do you want a scimitar? You can't have a scimitar. Alright.
I heed the voice of the Margritium Turinos. Margritium Turinos.
We do it my way.
Now, what is that? I am helpful, am I not? You are today's sacrifice.
Hold back!
Pain is excruciating.
I'm alright. I'm alright. I'll just sit here.
Okay. I'll take this fight slower. I don't know why, I'm trying to rush I feel, but there's no rush in this game, literally.
I found something.
I am helpful, am I not?
My skills
We
are
will win this
absolute.
war.
What's on your mind?
Only you deserve my obedience.
Together we
I heed the
stand.
voice of the spirits.
They will break against our resolve.
Don't hold back!
They'll beg me to stop.
I'll cut you wide open.
A mere flesh wound.
The inheritor, guide my blade. No match for me.
The spirits demand your blood.
The light take you.
We're gonna restart it again. Alright, well first we can go check what was on the other side over there, because I'm assuming it's gonna be like loot and stuff. Might be useful for the upcoming fight. Can we hit them?
You are today's sacrifice.
Alright, we're poking.
Into the fray. They'll beg me to stop.
Let's go. We're taking them down.
Go for their hearts.
Oh, he's getting super low. Let's go. That's great.
No glory without risk. No match for me.
I'll cut you wide open.
This is like one of those time I would switch to real-time combat, but I'm just afraid of him waking up, well, getting up, and then like I'm out of sync with all of the turns, so I'm just gonna keep it going like that.
The spirits demand your blood.
Don't hold back!
So now I just need to dodge a little bit. Oh, there he is. Yeah, she resisted the grease, so that's great.
You are today's sacrifice.
Strike!
Into the fray.
Slowly but surely.
They'll beg me to
This is the good part. The good part about having a wizard
Go for their hearts.
is that grease is just so overpowered early game that no matter what the foe you face is, they're gonna be able to do mostly nothing.
the light. Take you.
Like, I'm pretty sure if I actually take one hit from this guy, I'm just gonna die, but since grease is just that OP, I think we're good.
I'm gone.
Was there anything at all in here? Not really? Alright, just for the fun of killing them. I dig that. I dig that. Alright, now to the harder fight.
We do it my way. Aha! A test of my abilities.
So there's one that's gonna come from here, and a few are gonna come from the other side, so we have to be careful. Yes, we overcame the spell resistance. That's great. His spell resistance is 13, so anything under 13 is not gonna even hit him. Alright. That's pretty dope. This guy's gonna come from the back. He's gonna hit her. Sadly, she's kinda fucked right now. So all she can do is try to do as much damage as she can before going down.
I'll rip you apart.
I'll cut you wide open.
So this is gonna work for a bit. These two are gonna be annoying, but there's not much I can do right now. Alright. We're getting pretty lucky on the rolls so far, so let's hope it continues that way.
Spirits demand your blood.
If we can get rid of this guy, we might be able to win this fight. We're gonna focus infusion the ray. That's unfortunate.
So this is how it feels.
She goes down, which is unfortunate. We're gonna hope these archers don't do too much damage still. Okay, great. We managed to dispose of this guy.
Could this happen?
No glory without risk. This'll leave a bruise. No
So we're just gonna take the shot without okay. Moving in.
into the fray. They'll beg me to stop. The light take you.
Doing decent damage here.
I'll rip you apart.
Her AC is through the roof, so basically all we have to do is hope they don't roll a crit, and we should be fine with this fight. It's gonna be really sketchy, but look, we might be able to get through it. Come on, one more hit, wenduag. You can do it. He's gonna try to hit her, and she goes down sadly.
To the fray.
Oh, and this one doesn't. Alright. Well, everybody's down. Just gonna hit her.
The light take you.
Ah. Well, this is we're basically just spraying at this point.
No glory.
Yes. Now he's gonna switch weapons, so we have a free turn to hit him.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
And look, it's gonna be this. All right, we're just hoping at this point. We're just hoping at this point. Now I'm gonna switch. Miss. All right, cool. Miss. Miss. All right, cool. Miss. Great. 8. All right, miss. Oh Jesus, this is stressful. We should be able, unless they crit, we should be fine. Yes. Yo, these guys were strong. I'll take one composite bow, sure. Studded leather. Might as well have one of those. Alright. We did it.
Follow if you dare.
Oof. Oh, isn't that the one from the painting? Wait a minute. Where were they? Ah, there they are. Yellow, blue, red, yellow.
My skills are absolute.
We're gonna pick that lock.
I hope you appreciate this.
Okay, little cutscene. Sela peers closely at the sword, which seems utterly unexceptional to you. Wait, this is... No, it can't be. Her eyes light up. I know that hilt. Radiance. The sword of the great Yaniel. That's what it is. But it's meant to be in the Tower of Estrad with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Well, of course, this rusted piece of metal must be that very same sword. I think you merely wish that this were the illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it. I've seen this sword 100 times in paintings and in the hands of Yaniol statues. I even thought of going to Estrad Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? How could this priceless relic end up down here? Yaniol disappeared, but by some miracle, Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has ever wielded it. It is Yaniol's blade and always will be. That's why it was put in the Tower of Estrad with the other Crusade relic. But now it turns out that somebody stole it. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Radiance, right? Ooh, it's so cute. It's nice. It's nice looking. All right. Where are we supposed to go though? Okay. Oh, I didn't go in there. Also, I'm thinking of calling the stream soon. I have a lot of things to do today. Ooh. Whoops.
I'll take care of it.
Bright
What's on
future
your mind?
awaits us. You deserve my obedience.
We do it my way.
We're just gonna rest a little bit. They're just talking about it. But yeah, I'm thinking of calling the stream, and we're just gonna kill those 2-3 guys over there, and next time we'll continue from that point, I suppose, and we'll escape the maze.
I will help where I can. We will win this war.
Open your heart to me.
Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos.
Save the last one for me.
Don't hold back.
You are today's
Into
sacrifice.
the fray.
Team.
Just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Pain is excruciating.
Strike.
They'll beg me to stop.
So this is how it feels.
You should have run.
Okay, yeah, this is not how we're gonna do this. I'll just take it slow. I'll use grease as always, and yeah.
This will be quick.
I'll cut you wide open.
Don't hold back.
But yeah, Grease is just too good of a spell in general. The single problem with it is that no matter where you position it, it's always gonna hinder you a little bit, and it gives them prone, so ranged attack are not as great. But until we find the glitter dust, Grease is probably the best option we have as a wizard spell. Because for like an eternity they're just knocked on the ground. No one is gonna pass the DC. Like, the DC is 16 most of the time. They're not passing that with a +3. Unless they're fairly lucky. And then they have to redo it like literally every turn. It's insane.
No glory without risk. I'll rip you apart.
I'll cut you wide open.
I'm gonna dismiss this. But yeah, anyways, we are gonna go back into this room here, the long room. We might as well go back here, and I'm gonna call it a stream for today. And next time we'll try to figure out where we have to go. Oh, I think it's right here, right? Yeah, that must be it. We can see what's ahead. We can see what's ahead.
What's on your mind?
I will help where I can.
Follow if you dare.
Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animal, pitiful monster, not human or demon, even tiefling are less defective than you. But I, your master, Savamelech, can make you better, stronger. I can satisfy your hunger, starveling of the dark, submit to me. No, we are the descendant of crusaders. Trusting a demon would be betrayal of their memories. Okay. Alright, you're just gonna get hit. Dwell. Well, who's next? Descendant of crusader. Who value old legends more than their lives? Beast. Monsters in human guise reveal your true nature. This is sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous ASMR. Eat, underground crusader. Eat the flesh of the crusader from above. Find your true strength. Oh, they're just eating them. They're just going full cannibalistic on them. Alright. Jesus. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker. With every step you feel like you're watching from underwater, as if you see the mongrel fall to their knees one after another and crawl to the ASMR body. You hear their fang tearing through the flesh. You hear the slushing of blood. You hear the former mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Some lines from Urgatoa's sacred text float in your mind, as if of their own volition. You can make a great marinade of ASMR flesh using honey and pomegranate juice. To make the meat even more tender, roll in breadcrumbs before frying. Your companion writhe in agony. One clutches at their head, another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. The metallic tang awaken hunger in you. The hunger turns into rage. This winged filth dares to try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat, untainted by corruption. The wrench must die. Die. And still, the clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. You permit the rage to possess you, and malevolent joy spread through you. Freedom, freedom to kill anyone who stands in your way. The demons, the cultists, and their pathetic mongrel fighters are no match for you. You feel the crimson fog of hatred cloud your vision. Your simmering blood no longer wishes to languish in your veins. It wants to be free. It bursts forth from your chest wounds in powerful plush pulses. Its heady scent dispelling the last thread of sanity. Back, maggots. We abyssal chain the demon. The demon hisses, backing away. Ah, there's more to you than meets the eyes. You have our power within you. Slaves, destroy this vermin. And he leaves. He's already wounded. Wenduag, kill. I no longer serve you, you bitch. What? She served her? Oh, did she bait people in the maze? That's why she didn't want the rest of them to come, because now she wants to kill her or something? I always fight with the strongest side. What did I miss? A dramatic showdown? Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Perfect. Okay.
No match for me.
Sanctor succeeded. She bet she rolled a 9 and she has a 10 modifier from her class plus constitution. For fuck's sake, man. Alright. It's okay.
Into the fray.
And you know what we do with that? We just grease. Grease the floor.
The spirits demand your blood.
The light take you. They'll beg me to stop.
You are today's sacrifice.
The inheritor.
Man, like, you just realize how freaking OP Grease is whenever this shit happens.
Don't hold back.
Go for their hearts.
No glory without risk.
Alright, so she... Almighty Savamelech, your faithful servant invokes you. Demons, protect your mistress.
Tear your throat.
Demons always make for your worst guards.
The light take you. The inheritor, guide my blade. I'll rip you apart.
Gonna be honest, wenduag against the demons isn't all that great, but we'll see.
The spirits demand your blood.
Into the fray.
Hell yeah. Clonk. Oh boy.
They didn't have a choice. They were forced to do it.
Keep telling yourself that, Lan. There's always a choice. They could have chosen to die, but now they're going to live and become stronger. I know that from personal experience.
Shut up! You're not just a traitor, you're a monster! The young ones, they believed your stories, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh!
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
Jesus.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats. Who do you want at your side? The person who betrayed the demons to follow you? The person who will do everything you say and bring glory to your name? Or this trash?
Jesus Christ. She's a bit harsh, but with my character I think I'd rather have wenduag because like I'm gonna be a lich, right? I can't have people pussy out on me like Lan did when I chose wenduag. Wenduag's gonna stay by me regardless, just if I'm strong, and Undead's army are pretty strong.
It's gone. It was just there and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
As if you know anything about demons and their powers. Some dark force cast its gaze on him and chose him from among all others. There's magic inside this uplander that is beyond your meager understanding. And all you have to say is go see a cleric. You're pathetic, lad.
So you've been serving Savamelek this whole time, wenduag?
Better just serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neithers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered, and I follow whomever is the strongest. You. You scared Savamelek. Kosilla has fallen. Now, I wish to serve you.
I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little stronger than you. You say you didn't become an animal? Ha, what a joke! Only animals pledge their allegiance to whoever has the sharpest teeth. Oh, but what am I saying? Even cave spiders are loyal to their mother. You're even lower than that.
I think Lan is also kind of a dick now.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you. And the Uplander will get the wenduag that he wants to see. I'm willing to do anything to get out of this hole. And you're willing to do anything too. Don't try to hide it. I know you, Lan. I've had time to study you.
I'm going to the surface only because my time has come to leave. The Uplanders are in danger. They need all the help they can get. But I'm only risking my own life. See the difference? I'll do whatever the Crusade asks of me, but I'll never be like you.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Sabamelech is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you've gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
Damn, she's crazy, but I kind of like it. Is it weird?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plan.
Jesus Christ.
I don't regret what I did. I met you. Just say the word and all the Neithers will be yours. I'll bring them to you if you take me with you.
What exactly are you proposing to do with the mongrels?
What you saw here. They will become stronger. They will be an army unlike anything ever seen before on Golarion. Our lives may be short, but while we live, we are faster, deadlier, and harder to kill than most. I am offering you an army. An army that will win you land, power, and everything you desire.
Man, she's crazy, but I think I'll go that.
Cannibals? Are you insane? You want to turn them from rational beings into rabid beasts that only want to kill. They will be slaves, and you will be their slave driver.
I went through the same process they did. The beast raged inside me. My mind was foggy, but I have an iron will, and I never backed down. I snatched victory from the jaws of insanity. If there are any individuals worthy of becoming my officers among those Neithers, they will be able to do the same.
You said you're into the same ritual. Does that mean you ate human flesh too?
Yes. Hosilla found me in the caves. I was locked in the madness and...
Okay, she's strong.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
Jesus Christ.
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, wenduag.
Oh, look, isn't our Lan sweet? Look how his eyes blaze as he speaks of murder. And we were so close, too. Tell me, what do you think he'll do to you if you fail to live up to his precious ideals?
What did your service to Ursula entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy. So when Lan ran off looking for the angel's sword,
You sicken me.
then
I've heard
you know
enough.
which one of us you need. Take me.
Don't fall for her empty words. Wenduag did.
That is the reasoning of a weak person. A strong person does not fear, they act.
Why do you want to come with... What do you want to help me, wenduag?
You think I'm just a freak from the catacombs, but Neithers are faster, stronger, and tougher than you Uplanders. Take me with you, and I'll build you an army of Neithers. You will be a power to be reckoned with on the surface. Many of the Neithers will be no better than the mindless beasts we encountered in the dungeons. There were also... You trusted me from the beginning and hid the angel's light from that idiot Saul. Keep listening to me, and a glorious future awaits us. The power you demonstrated, it was incredible. It swept...
Why do you want to come with me, Lan?
Up there on the surface, the Crusades are still going on, right? Since I'm a mongrel, that means I've got Crusader blood in my veins. You could say it's my destiny, even. Anyway, I'm ready to do my duty. And all of you Crusaders get rations, right? With vegetables? I'm sorry you trusted wenduag instead of me.
Jesus.
Didn't show the light of heaven to Saul. But
Are you really that desperate?
maybe
I don't like how Lan is gaslighting a little bit.
Taking this girl with us. She'll sell us to the first demon she sees.
If we're befriending monsters in order to fight the demons, why not join forces with the strongest of them? Isn't that the rational choice? They're both equally...
you're making a mistake. If some priest ever winds up down here, I'll ask him to pray for your soul. But I doubt it'll help you.
Who cares what you think? The master has made his choice. Len knows too much. He must die.
You're right. I know everything. And I also know where I'm not wanted, so I think I'll just go and have a chat with Saul. Yeah, if this is you in a...
He got away. Don't worry, Lan. I'll get you. Wait here, Master. I will bring Sol and the other Uplanders. We'll make sure that everyone knows that Lan failed to save any...
Jesus, she's crazy, but I think she's gonna be strong as fuck, so... What's this? Well, I'll be damned. Turns out old Erlin isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here. Damn it. Anivia, how's your leg? Better than yesterday, worse than the day before. I'm not gonna die, don't worry. The maze was full of danger, but we've dealt with them. I sensed that the maze was an evil place, and so it was. There was a demon sitting right to the center of it. The spell dulled our mind. We barely managed to overpower him. When we reached the cultist's lair, that's where we saw Lan. He ran like a coward he is, abandoning the young ones to be mauled by the demon. Yes, Lan is too hasty. Will we survive if we listen to people like him? No, Lan is not one of us. He doesn't understand our path. You understand, wenduag. You saved us. I always thought you were a decent sort. Respect. You said you were in charge of reconnaissance and Eagle Watch. How could you miss a nest of demon like this? Yeah, right. Like it wasn't enough that I sniffed after every damn shadow in the city. Everybody knows a story about demons living beneath the street of Canabres. Those tales are as old as the Crusade themselves. I messed up, but you fixed my mistakes, so thanks. It's time to get out of here. I'm going with the Uplander chief. The maze holds no more secret now. I have to go further. You always had to go further than everyone else, but what can I do? Go on then, but make sure to come back to us somehow. But where are you going? Where's the way out? I think I've worked it out. If there's a key, there's a door. If there's a letter, then it was intended for someone. Those. Anivia eyes quickly the letter and passes to you. My last warning. Salamalik, this is my last warning. You need to act discreetly. Canabres. Blah blah. Those cheeky sons of... This is all the information on the cultists in the city. Their meeting place, password, their secret hideouts. I think we should know this. We should show this to whoever's in charge of Canabras right now. As soon as we get to the surface, we'll find out what's what. Alright, and so we leave. Happy with our choice. We chose wenduag over Lan, and we chose a demon over Angel. I'm gonna go evil-ish.
Wander the dungeons. The battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabras are trying to defend the wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant. Yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
I'm off.
Jesus Christ. The half-orc before you wearing armor adorned with Iomedes' golden sword is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused, and her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you are friends or foe, and opens her mouth asking something, but freezes when she spots Anivia. Aw, little hug.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. This here's a new friend. He rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without him, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Erebeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabras. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there.
What is the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabras will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world. I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
I have important information about the location of occultist den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary...
We met some mongrel who live beneath Canabras. This is wenduag.
Most people in Canabras think that the children of the first Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world. I'm not superstitious, but the situation is apocalyptic, all right. Having a living legend on our side can't hurt.
I see you are in serious need of help. You're in luck. If my master is with you, then I am with you also.
What's the situation in the city?
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Don't talk like that. Canabres hasn't fallen. Not while it still has defenders like you and me.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canabres.
Let's not waste any time. To battle.
Spirit. You, take Anavia to the rear. The rest of you with me. Lord Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canabres can be said to be safe right now.
Alright. Well, with that all being said, I think this is our time to end the stream. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. And for those watching on YouTube, thank you for watching until now. And if you are enjoying this, I'll be going the evil route, most likely, with the Lich path. So make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see more of those videos. And I'll see you guys next time.